The film commences with a group of scientists situated in a snowy mountainous region. They come here for researching something. They climb up a mountain with their van. Jing, their leader, notices something unusual in the gravitational field of the location. They report this to their headquarters. Their van also stops working. They notice a weird thing was moving from downside the snow. Meanwhile, a giant hand falls on their van and their van gets defected because of it. The windows of their car also get broken. During this, they notice huge horns in front of their van. These horns can't be of any animal. That was a monster with horns, and as it was moving their van was falling. They fall in the bottom of the car while rolling in the car. They become injured, and then Jing sees a giant snow monster. It is discovered their car was on the monster instead of the mountain. That's why they were feeling the gravitational field abnormal there. The scene cuts in the head of the scientists. Professor Lin is shown in the headquarters. He knows his team is in danger. He goes to Phi for taking the help. He is the main character of this movie. He is the old friend of the scientists' leader Jing. But now he doesn't want to meet her for some reason. He doesn't even want to do any task with Professor Lin's company. As he knows that Jing is in trouble, he gets ready to help them. They reach the place while taking soldiers, the place where Jing and his team get into an accident. They were in an ancient temple at this time. Because he is an archaeologist, that's why he comes here at first for inspection. He feels this place is strange. Because his tools weren't working here, he takes out a map from his bag and notices the pillars are making a weird structure. Phi finds the switch to the entrance of the temple with the help of this map. As they turn on the switch, the pillars appear and make a hole in the ground. They fall in the ground into a mysterious place. Luckily, none gets injured. But they disconnect from headquarters because of falling. They are showing finding a way to move out from here. They see many skeletons there. It was 100 years old according to Phi. Moving near, they discover these are soldiers, skeletons. There were huge holes behind their heads. They were shocked how this can happen. As they move forward in the cave, their companion falls on the land. When they find the same hole as there was on those skeletons' heads. They see and found a bird. When they see behind, the birds like it have attacked them in a few seconds. They were firing there in their defense. Because there were many birds, it wasn't easy to end them through firing. They all run short of bullets. They were reloading their guns and a soldier is shown fighting with the bird while shouting. Others were silent and the birds were around that soldier. Phi notices the birds can't see. They were just following them through the voice. While thinking this, the birds lift the shouting soldier into the air. Phi asks them to keep quiet. As they become silent, the birds also leave from there. They were trying to move from there. Meanwhile, the phone of Phi's friend rings. Because of it, many birds were behind them. They have to run from there immediately. They run outside and Phi throws a grenade in a cave while taking it out of his pocket. He leaps outside. Due to it, all birds die. As they come out of the cave, they see a huge object in the snow. It was as though it were the moon. Professor Lin speculated that it would be caused by the abnormal gravitational field. Professor Ling starts searching for his team while leaving all this. Phi notices a car's headlights under the snow. He imagines maybe the car was crashed here. On another side, a man finds a camera there. It is confirmed from it that their car was crashed there. They also discover from the camera footage that Jing was still alive. Before they think about what should they do further, a soldier sees a movement in the snow. After a few seconds, a shark appeared from there. It has engulfed the whole man in a single attack. They all start shooting at the shark. Because the shark was inside the snow, the firing wasn't affecting it. It has hunted another man while escaping. They were thinking to run from there. Meanwhile, the sharks jump from the snow. They fall at a far distance. Now it was jumping towards others while opening its jaws. They have no other way to escape. They place their hands on their eyes in the fear of death. Luckily, the shark doesn't eat them because a snow monster arrives there to save them. It has caught the shark from the air. It hits the huge fish on the mountains here and there. Then he starts eating it. Everyone was seeing the giant monster being astonished. Few of them were panicked. Being panicked, a soldier drives his gun. As a result, its horn gets broken. The monster becomes furious because of breaking its horn. It was moving forward to harm the popol. The soldiers were attacking it in their defense. But it wasn't affecting it. The monster makes a punch with its two hands, being furious, and hits the mountain. Due to it, they fall behind the mountain in a jerk. The soldiers attack it with a rocket launcher. The monster was saved, but because of the launcher falling, it seems like there is a snowstorm. Everyone was running from there in a hurry. But Phi's friend slips from there mistakenly. He fell there. Phi and a soldier come there. But it was too late because the snow has wrapped around them. They get faint there because of it. As they come to their senses, they realized some people have imprisoned them. They may be the residents of that area. Phi was considering them the characters of a story from their getup. Phi feels like they are doing strange acts with them. Like they were performing a ritual on them. Meanwhile, the leader of the villagers arrives. They take out the shoes of Phi and his companions. They start placing cuts on their feet gradually. Phi was feeling this danger and releases himself while opening the rope. He makes the village leader a hostage. It means it holds him and points a knife at him. Then a girl is shown coming to Phi while jumping from them. She makes Phi far from her leader in a second. The name of the girl was Kaya. Later, there was a fight like karate as shown between Phi and the girl. Phi was about to lose because he doesn't know how to fight. The girl was about to end Phi but someone stops the girl from behind. It is shown that is Jing who escaped in the accident. Phi becomes happy seeing Jing but his eyes were closing because of the wound. He gets faint. Jing tells him when he awakes that the villagers are nice people. They have saved me. She says they were performing the ritual so you will be fine soon. She tells Phi her team members died during this research. She was blaming herself for this. Phi makes her understand there is not your fault. The other members of Phi are shown. They were discovering about the survivors with them. During this, the earth starts shaking and they hear the terrible voice of the snow monster from a distance. They discovered the snow monster is coming here. The snow monster also has arrived there while taking long steps. Now the soldiers have taken their position to fight with the snow monster. They were watching the huge monster being shocked. Professor Lin was lost in it. He tells his soldier captain that he always felt there is a monster living at this place. He comes here in its search because he wants to hold it because of his research. He wants to make technology with his research to change human history. The soldier captain also gets ready to support him for the sake of money. On another side, the villagers are shown. We learn that they revere the snow monster as their deity. They worship it and right now they were doing preparations for a party. They were about to call the snow monster for worshipping it. The priester is shown as the wife of the villagers' leader. She was Kaya's mother and has the skills to talk to the snow monster. Now the creature also arrives here. Because of its arrival, the earth was shaking. Kai fell down because of it. Everyone starts laughing while seeing his fear. Along with the snow monster brings its hand in front of Phi to shake hand with him. It is discovered the snow monster is a good monster. Phi and monster were meeting meanwhile. Someone attacked the monster with a rocket launcher. They launch the other rocket. Luckily, it doesn't hit the snow monster but a snow mountain. The snow breaks and their village gets destroyed. It is discovered this is done by Professor Lin and his companions. To hold the monster, coming near the monster, he asks his companions to attack the monster. The villagers become furious seeing this. Because they consider the snow monster their god. They start fighting and because Professor Lin's team has the modern weapons but they don't have anything so they were dying one by one. Kaya is shown who was fighting with the captain. They have the same powers. That's why there was a bad fight between them. The snow monster also becomes furious because of the shoot of Lin's companions. It decides to throw his companions far from there in a single attack. It strikes its hand with the earth like it is cleaning a table. Due to it, the humans were falling from there as its hand reaches Phi and his friend it stops its hand. Because it doesn't want to end Phi and his friend. It is shown Lin didn't waste this chance he has assaulted the monster using a cannon that fires projectiles. The shock waves from it have affected the creature. It was now growling with pain. The snow monster also disappeared from the mountain it has fallen down and Lin's companions have made Phi's companions the hostage means they have imprisoned them. Lin was feeling he has defeated the monster. He has won. Jing asks her professor why is he doing this? What do you actually want to do? What will you get from all this? Professor Lin claims that you are feared, but imagine what we'll do if we succeed in capturing the monster with our technology. Professor Lin points a gun at Priester and asks her to do the worship again. From which you will call the monster here. But the Priester refuses to do this. Professor Lin ends her husband means the leader of the village in front of her. Priester was sad about her husband's death but Lin's men take her and her daughter from there. Phi and his companions were caught by the soldiers. Professor Lin was taking the Priester and her daughter to the place where the snow monster could be. Actually, he wants to know the location of the snow monster from the Priester. He was taking them there but on the way, something pulls a soldier backward. It is discovered many sharks have attacked them. The Priester and her daughter run from there getting a chance from this. Many sharks surround them from downside the earth. They were shooting the sharks. But their attack didn't work because they were under the snow. To defeat them, Professor Lin throws a shock on earth from his electrolyte gun. After a short time, the blood was seeming under the ground. It was indicating the sharks there have died and Professor Lin is shown smiling at his success. As he sees the Priester, his smile changes into anger. He says the Priester to take him to the snow monster otherwise I will end your daughter. They hold Kaya and she wasn't an ordinary girl. She takes the gun from Lin while hitting her elbow to Lin. Seeing this act of Kaya, the soldier captain decides to shoot her. The Priester saves her daughter while sacrificing her life. As the Priester dies the snow monster also discovers Lin's team has ended the Priester. The snow monster is shown coming there. Seeing the snow monster, they come to their positions to attack it. The snow monster was healed this time and their attack wasn't harming it. Professor Lin shoots it with his shotgun, but the snow monster escapes from the attack. It takes steps with its huge feet. It was pressing the things in front of it under its feet. Professor Lin was also about to be pressed under its feet, but he cleverly moves from there. The snow monster ends the soldiers with its huge hands. The soldiers fall down while flying in the air with a small attack. Getting a chance, Kaya also has a chance to take revenge on the captain for her mother's death. She rushes towards the captain, and at this moment, the snow monster makes its appearance. It was holding a man in its hand like an insect. It was about to eat him, but then someone attacks it from behind. This time Professor Lin wasn't there. There were jet planes to fight with the snow monster. The snow monster destroys the jet plane in a single attack. Seeing the snow monster fighting with the plane, Lin gets a chance to attack it. Lin attacks it with his shotgun. It doesn't affect the monster, and now Professor Lin was about to load his gun to harm it. Meanwhile, Jing points a gun at him coming from behind. Professor Lin takes the gun back from her hand in a jerk. Jing was asking him to stop this. Jing was stepping back as he was moving forward. Likewise, she falls from the mountain. Fi has saved her from falling down. Before they fall down, Kai arrives and saves them, in which he gets injured. They come upside and Fi picks a rocket launcher from there. He destroys the fighter plane that came to end the snow monster. The fight between Kaya and the captain was still going on. The captain overpowered Kaya. He has thrown Kaya far from his attack before he ends Kaya. Kai arrives and punches him. He wasn't affected much, but he was distracted from Kaya. He punches Kai badly. Kai's body was shaking during this. Kaya gets the chance to attack the captain. He has taken his family's revenge while ending the captain. It is shown Fi has destroyed another fighter plane. One of its crashed pieces fell at Professor Lin. Professor Lin was injured because of it. He was also locked in the snow as well. The snow monster is shown and crashes another fighter plane while jumping. Professor Lin didn't accept his defeat even after being injured and paralyzed. He shoots the creature another time. Before his attack reaches the snow monster crashes it with its huge hand. Now the enemies of the snow monster have died here. It moves forward to them. Who were its friends means Fi and his companions. The creature was feeling bad for its friends. Because they were injured, but it can't do anything for them. The snow monster returns while watching them. Fi and Jing also shown met here. The survivors were returning to their city. They thanks the villagers before leaving. Because they have done many things for them, but they weren't happy while leaving. The villagers have done many sacrifices for them. Even Kaya's parents died also. Even back then, the teams were grateful for each other's goodwill. This movie ends while showing this.